Whatever happened to predictability?
The Milkman, the Paperboy.
I don't know, whatever did happen to it.
Evening TV. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So, specifically for this one, but going forward until we make our own introduction, we're not going to do any countdowns or anything like that. Just gonna get right into it. Have that nice intro Haley made, and then kickstart the live stream.
Yeah, because did I ever tell you guys just how long that took me?
Yeah, you did. Hopefully. So let us know. Can you hear us, first of all? Our levels look like they're good.
Check microphone.
Yep.
Microphone.
Oh, but we don't have our banner going. Boom.
Here, little ticker.
Now we got our banner going. There we go. So yes, so tonight is unfortunately something that I wouldn't ever want to do. But it is.
I didn't think we would be doing.
It is the sad truth of the reality of life. And it just felt right because, in case anyone's wondering, we're clearly fans of Bob Saget, and that's why we're honoring him tonight. Today is the 1-year anniversary of his passing, January 9th, 2022. We lost Bob Saget, and
I remember where I was.
Yeah, I remember where I was, and you know, I don't know that this is going to be a super duper long live stream. I mean, there's only so much that we can talk about here. But I have some stuff prepared. We're going to share some clips. We're going to share some clips. I'm totally fine. I don't think we'll get dinged for them because they're like interviews on like shows and stuff. I don't necessarily think that counts as like copyright, but maybe I don't know. But we're just going to play little clips, stuff that makes us laugh and when we watch it, because it's Bob, you know, and we're gonna share. I'm gonna show you everything I have physical media wise when it comes to Bob.
I thought you were pointing at cheese. Like, I'm gonna show you cheese.
No, we're not showing you cheese tonight. It's all about Bob. We're talking Bob Saget, so it's all about the stand-up specials, Full House, Fuller House. Hopefully, somebody watching in the live chat is gonna tell us some cool story, some fun fact, something that we didn't know about Bob.
A memory that you have.
If you met him.
Or just like a fun time you had watching something that he's done.
Yeah, because he's done a lot. And so it's going to be a celebration, maybe about an hour of Bob Saget. And hopefully it's going to bring everyone's spirits up. If you're feeling down, I have to say, and I've said it before, but Bob Saget's death is the hardest celebrity death for me personally. He's not the biggest celebrity of all time. There's plenty of people that surpass him in terms of scope and everything, but his passing was the hardest one and is still the hardest one. And it's like the one that I still can't get over. Today, even at work today, I was off, and I
felt that.
I 100% believe it was because I knew today was the 1-year anniversary. So call me crazy. I know I didn't know him personally, but I met the guy 3 times. Well, I saw him 3 times, met him once in person, but saw him a total of 3 times, do his stand-up.
I mean, that's the thing with like celebrity deaths. It's not like you knew them personally, but like you grew up with him basically in your home.
Yep.
So there's like a connection.
There's a big connection. So let's get into who's joining us here tonight before we start going off here. We got Adrian James. Hey there, Ed and Haley. We got, who is this? Tandow01. Looking forward to this. I am from Australia.
Wow.
Awesome.
I don't think we have any other Australian viewers.
I don't know. We got Tony's Movies and More. Hey, Ed, Haley. How's it going? Chris over at Mystery Entertainment.
Hello.
What's going on, Chris? Min Chang, fans of something. Hello, been watching you two for a while. Finally decided to join a live stream chat. Wow. Well, you came out for the Saget. That's who you came out for. You came out for Bob Saget. And
well worth it.
Appreciate you being here. Adrian, hey there, everyone. Why isn't it playing? Hey, Ed, Haley. Good evening. Good evening to you, Laren. Let's see here. Sound is good. Awesome. Sweet. Yes.
Yay.
I have been monitoring the levels, so hopefully everything stays a-okay here. I have no idea what that says.
Uh,
Nope. Moving on.
with the passing of Bob Saget, he is gone with God.
Oh, okay. Lepke. Okay, Lepke, you weren't in our last one, which was our first live stream of 2023, but now you're in this one. I think you're noticing a little bit of a different look to your account when you message in the live chat. That's all I'm going to say. Now, let me know, man, because I know you have this account. You have Lepke Vision Films, and then you have your upcoming YouTube channel, Dude Who Loves Movies. Let me know. Do you want me to keep this one as the moderator, or do you want me to switch it over to Dude Who Loves Movies? Let me know. But congratulations, man. You're our second moderator, our second new moderator of 2023. It was obvious. It was sort of an obvious one. Like, of course, it has to be Cody there. What's up, everyone? How is 2023 treating you so far, Ed and Haley? It's been good. It's been good. Today was a little bit of a downer, but it is what it is. New Year's Day, she gouged her hand open, wide open,
Fun fact.
with a thing. It was during the Laren shaving his head.
Yeah.
So
Laren, just so you know, while you're shaving your head, I bust my hand.
He knows about it, but I don't think I shared it in the community tab. But I shared the screenshot of us all watching him shave his head.
Yeah.
So shortly after he had shaved his head, Haley gouged her hand open with a wine bottle.
Yeah, I stupidly, very stupidly.
Show the war wound here.
It's healing now, but I was trying to open a wine bottle without a corkscrew.
Yeah, with a knife. She was trying to open a wine bottle with a knife.
Well, the thing is, like, you can like I've even said that to other people before, and they're like, you can kind of do that, and it was just weird. So I guess with the pressure I was putting on it, I would have like one hand around the neck of the bottle and the other with me, my dominant hand trying to get it. Next thing I know, it explodes.
It explodes. Pressure.
And my hand goes right onto probably a half-inch thick, maybe an inch long,
right up in
piece of like sharded glass.
Yep.
And there was a bruise on the palm of my hand, like just how deep it. Literally, there was internal bleeding of how deep it was.
Yep.
And I blacked out in the bathroom.
Yep. She would have. Now, look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And Bob would approve of this as well, because Bob was all about that gallows humor is what it's called. Treading the line of being disrespectful, but then obviously being respectful as well. She almost Bob Sageted herself. So that's all I got to say there.
I don't remember it. All I remember is like when it happened, like when it initially happened, obviously that was like, ow. Excuse me. I'm also getting over being sick.
Yeah. She's a mess.
I'm a mess.
So honestly, her 2023, is probably not the best so far.
No, not really.
I think you said something like next year will be your year.
Yeah. I like already fucked up 23. 2024 will be my year though.
But moving on. Basement Blues.
Also, it says rest in peace, Bob Saget. I just realized.
Oh, rest in peace. Yes. Basement Blues. What's up, Tony? FOS, aka Fans of Saget. Oh, see, Cody, this is why you're a damn moderator, man. This is why you're a damn moderator. FOS, Fans of Saget. Absolutely, we're fans of Saget.
Well, god damn it. Are you telling me that I have to change the banner now?
Yeah. Don't forget to roundhouse kick the like button. We got Mizzy. What's going on, Mizzy?
Howdy.
But don't forget to stretch before you roundhouse kick that like button. Yeah, you got to stretch. Help. Why isn't it playing?
Why isn't what playing?
I think because most, I guess, live shows when it goes live, there's music and stuff. Ours is just like a screen.
Yeah, it's just blank.
So that's why I always switch over to the starting soon. So future reference, Tandau. I think that's how you say your name. Tandau going forward, future reference. Just look for that starting soon. And it's live. I promise it's live. What do we got here? Try refreshing the page. Yeah. What's going on, Vinicio? We'll see you this Friday. Let's see here. I love how everyone just says hi to everybody. Okay, here we go. Full House was all fun and games, but once that dramatic music hit in the third act, you listen and learned life lessons.
You did listen. You sat down, shut up, and you listened.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, look, I'm not shy about this. Full House is my all-time favorite television show. I've seen a lot of critically acclaimed shows. I've seen a lot of phenomenal television. Full House is and will always be my favorite television show. It is the most comforting, feel-good thing I can ever experience in my life. I've seen all 8 seasons. I've seen every episode multiple times. Granted, I don't know if you feel the same here. I tend to like to skip some of those first seasons because I find it more interesting when they're older. That's just me.
Um,
I like the drama that comes from them being a little older versus little pipsqueak kids.
I don't know. There's like, so for whatever reason, like we didn't have on DVD every single season. So I'm more like I've seen every episode multiple times. Don't get me wrong, because how it would come on like Nick at Night,
Oh
like
yeah, Nick at
around
Night.
like 7 o'clock,
Yep.
8 o'clock. It was the first show, and then Friends would come right after. And it also played like way early in the morning, like after George Lopez, so like
Yep.
5 in the morning. But we had on DVD season 1, 2, 6, and 8.
1,
And
2, 6, 8.
or one, maybe 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, something along, I think something like that, but we didn't have every season. And I know we had the first and the last.
Mhm.
So those were like, I mean, we had like the little TVs with the DVD player built into them.
Mhm.
And I remember like that was just, it was that, and oddly enough, Mamma Mia, which we watched last night.
Mhm.
Always in that damn TV.
There you go.
Always.
Yeah, for me, it's like from season 4 on is
Mm.
where I really tend to rewatch. But yeah, Full House, absolutely adore Full House. Obviously, that's the thing he'll always be the most well known for. That's his magnum opus. But he has a lot of other things. We'll talk about some of it once we get caught up here on the chat. Adrian, we've lost a lot of great stars last year. Yeah, I mean, every year, right? You lose a lot of people every year. Um,
Unfortunate.
but definitely Saget was the hardest. And it's also because typically when you lose these people, typically, not everybody, typically it's from natural causes, it's from old age, all that stuff. Yes, you have your, let's use Twitch as an example. Very unfortunate suicide. Like that's like awful. He's in his like what 40s, so just
Young.
appears happy and kills himself. That's terrible. I think
It's the unsuspecting ones
it's
that
the
hit.
unsuspecting ones, and Bob's is potentially the hardest one because it was an accident. It was supposedly an accident. I mean, I've talked about this in other streams. I have a hard time grasping how it went down, and it's unfortunate that hotel rooms don't have security cameras built in because
Well,
we could have actually figured out what happened had there been a security camera. But it's everything. He wasn't super old. He was in his
no.
60s. Okay, he was in his 60s. He was doing his tour. We had seen him less than 48 hours before in Orlando.
And just saying like how happy he was to be doing what he
He
loves.
killed it. He killed it. He was absolutely electric. He said he put, because he was actually someone who was on social media and it was him. Like there's a lot of those celebrities out there that you're not sure if it's really them tweeting or
their like
whatever.
manager, whatever.
Yeah, you could 100% tell this was Bob whipping out his phone and just typing a post and sharing it. And he posted about Orlando and how much fun he had at the Hard Rock Live and how it was the fastest 1 hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours, excluding surgery. He said that he ever had. And then less than 48 hours later, he's dead. And it's so tragic. So, yeah, it is.
Like with his wife, like they were really, I mean, he was just got married not that long ago.
Yeah, he had been married for I want to say a couple of years.
Yeah, and I
A couple of
mean,
years
like a whole new life. I mean,
with Kelly Rizzo, I think is how you say her name. Spicy 4K action. Hey, all glad to make a live stream. Glad
to have you.
Glad that you're finally here. Spicy 4K action. I'll be switching over to Dude Who Loves Movies full time by February. Okay, so switching over to Dude Who Loves Movies. So I'll be switching over your moderator thing then to Dude Who Loves Movies. So appreciate that. I will miss the Lepke Vision Films name. Yeah,
Ditto.
I will. I will. Ouch. Vinicia, is the ouch she almost Bob Sageted herself? Is that what you're saying ouch to? Me too, basement, but it's time for a new chapter. Cue the Full House music. The little violin. Cue that thing. Let's see here. We got Eric joining us. Hi, all. What's going on, Eric? Dude, I love Full House. I still watch the reruns whenever they're on. All right. Well, I was going to save this for the end, but we are talking about Full House here. So let us get into some of the things that are in my physical media collection, because I have a few Bob Saget things, and this is now it's my prized possession. It is a shame because the marker he used initially wasn't even that good. So it's starting to show its age. The what I'm talking about here, but this is the complete Full House box set, and this is out of print. This one, you can still go to Target. You can still buy Full House on DVD in stores. You're not going to get it like this though.
Like with the roof, he means.
With the roof, right? You're not going to get this amazing design here where the roof comes off and everything. Basically, when you go to Target, you're going to get this. You're going to get a roofless house.
So roofless.
Where it almost looks like Hurricane Katrina went through San Francisco and took the roof with it. It makes no sense. Like, where's Jesse and Becky staying?
Yeah, right.
So this thing's out of print. If you want to buy this, you have to go on eBay or some other place, and it costs a pretty penny. So this thing is very rare. I love it, but the reason I really love it is because on the front, right there, that is Bob's signature, obtained in person. I didn't buy this from somebody signed. I had Bob sign this in front of me with a marker. And if you need proof, it's on the thumbnail. But of course, I have it here ready to pull up. Here is the photo of me meeting Bob after the first time I saw him. So I like I said, have seen him a total of 3 times do his stand-up. This was the first time. It was at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville, Florida. And my friend Sam is the one taking the photo. He's the photographer here. And you can clearly see the Full House set in my hand there. So this is after he signed it. And I've told this story, but I'll quickly tell it again. He did the special. He didn't film anything, but he did his stand-up. And he was leaving. And we came out of the theater and it started to downpour. And obviously there's places you can hide and not get wet. And right around the corner, I saw a black Escalade. And obviously that just made sense to me. It's sort of like, okay, well, that's his getaway vehicle. That's the vehicle he's going to get in and they're going to take him away. And we waited outside. Nobody was around because it was raining. And suddenly the door to the left, to mine and Bob's left in that photo, there's a door that he came out of. And I saw him going toward the Escalade. It was pouring. He was carrying his you can see him holding his like clothes, I guess. So he had a change of clothes. Maybe he I think he did wear something different that night. And this is his like sort of after show getup. He opened the door. I shouted, "Bob, Bob." And he turned around. He came over under this like little section here where we are on the side of the theater. And I guess he was just always ready. He had a marker, handed him the Full House set. He signed it. I think he really appreciated it because he said, I don't want to quote him because I don't remember, but I think he did comment on the uniqueness of it, the house, how he really likes the house or whatever. And then obviously I asked my friend if I could have him take a photo. And then I asked Bob, is it okay? Can I get a photo with you? And boom, there it is. That's the photo with Bob. Nicest guy. And I always tell this part of the story as well. I saw Dave Coulier, Joey from Full House, also do stand-up. And after the show, I asked the people that ran the theater, is Dave going to do anything? Is he going to sign anything? Is he going to meet fans? And they said, no, he's not doing that. So he just kind of chewed and screwed. And Bob did the same thing, right? He didn't have a meet and greet at the end. He didn't have a thing at the end. But he was about to leave and boom, he didn't have to. And it was raining, he didn't have to turn around and come over. And then the second he came over, like if you could see behind the camera, there's a whole group of people standing there trying to do the same thing I'm doing. So absolutely nuts. But that is the set right there. He signed it. And it is fading, unfortunately, but you can still pick it up right there. It says Bob Saget. But the cool thing, the cool thing is the roof comes off and then there's a little magnet right here You pull that off, opens up, there's the family, and there's all the seasons of the show right there. So this is a prized possession of mine for sure. But yeah, there it is right there.
Wowzers.
Love that thing. Also, of course, if I have Full House, you have to know how hyped I was back in 2016 when finally we got our damn sequel series. This thing is obviously not better than Full House, but it is still very enjoyable to me. So I have every single season of Fuller House. So we got season 1 right there. It's a shame they never put the family, like the whole family, on the covers. They just put the, obviously the main 3. There's season 3, season 4 right there. Got a little more people going on there. And season 5, the 5th and final season.
What bugs me, like, I'm not saying that Fuller House isn't enjoyable, because, yeah, I mean, it still has like the nostalgia,
and they all pop up
right
from time to time.
So it still has that going for it. What I don't like about it personally, like, I have not seen every season, every episode. I've probably only seen like bits and pieces. Like, I saw majority of season 1, bits and pieces everywhere else. But what bothers me is that, like, with the original Full House, you could just watch any episode and be content. Like, there's no
little continuity.
Very little continuity. And if anything, it's always messed up. There's a lot of things that are messed up in the continuity of Full House. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
But with Fuller House, it's very sequential. So it's like if I were to pick up an episode in season 4,
you'd be kind of lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's more of a structure to Fuller House.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the way it is with like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah. So
people need a reason to watch the next episode.
But yeah, I was like crapping my pants when Fuller House premiered. That, like, I remember exactly where I was. I was at a Starbucks back in Florida. I had the computer pulled up. I borrowed someone's Netflix account and everything. I was so game and ready for Fuller House. I kind of dropped off as it went off, or as it went on a little bit, but obviously I picked it back up and finished the entire show. And it definitely finishes the Full House story better than Full House did, because
oh my God,
we all remember how Full House concludes with Michelle falling off her horse, losing her memory, and then all of a sudden she regains it, and that's the finale.
And it's a 2-parter.
That's the finale.
Like, what's the what?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a reason why that was?
Well, they didn't really know when they made that up, like when they finished season 8, they didn't know season 8 was going to be the last season. ABC kind of prematurely canceled them. They didn't give them a whole lot of heads up.
Right.
So they didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to have a real true send off.
Mm-hmm.
So they did the best they could. Obviously, at the end of that episode, spoiler, but
they all take a bow.
It kind of wraps up because Steve comes back, right, to be the date to the prom or something like that. And it sort of feels finale-ish, but it really doesn't. Fuller House definitely wraps everything up a lot better. And now, no matter what they do, if they were to make a Fullest House, like, that's something Bob always joked about. He's like, of course I'll be in Fullest House, but I'll be in a corner in an urn. And it's true now. It's almost like he called it. Like, of course you can make another show, but you're not going to have the entire cast now. The entire cast is fractured. And that was one of the harder things to accept. Because I told you, I was like, I don't know what it's like to live in a world where the Full House cast is incomplete. Granted, in Fuller House, we didn't get the Olsen twins at all. But so Michelle, who knows what happened to Michelle? She's obviously in New York running her fashion empire.
Well, I think, because I remember reading somewhere that I think one of the twins were kind of like, okay, sure. Like, they were like thinking about coming back. Like, it was on the table. I forget what was the final naysay, but it was a potential.
It was always speculated Elizabeth Olsen would play Michelle, because that's obviously their sister. But never happened. Both of my sons always had Full House playing on TV as background noise. They both enjoyed the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the all-timers. It's one of the all-time shows. Really is. And it's still, I mean, it's never gone off the air. That's what they always say. It's always playing somewhere on
It is.
television.
It is. I'm pretty sure it's still on at Nick at Night, like at some point, like not its usual runtime, but
Yeah. Watch it after George Lopez. Not into George Lopez.
I love George Lopez. But
George
yeah,
Lopez.
that's so funny that I remember that. It was 5 a.m. after George Lopez.
I know Bob Saget more for America's Funniest Home Videos. Yes, that is sort of like do you know him from this one or do you know him from this one? That's the other one, right? And those ran concurrently at one point. So I think Full House started in 87, ended in 95, and he did AFHV from
AFV.
No, it's America's Funniest Videos. That's the new one. Now, back in the day, it was America's Funniest Home Videos. AFHV, which Bob said sounded like a disease. But then he got that show from 89 to 97. So it's funny because 87 to 95 is Full House, 89 to 97 is AFHV. And so there was a little bit of a reunion on one of those later seasons of that show. I know they brought all the cast of Full House on there, and they did a lot of connecting on that episode. But I never watched America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, I did.
America's Funniest Videos. I never watched it, but when I did, I don't think of Bob from that. I think of
Tom Bergeron.
Tom Bergeron.
Tom Bergeron.
Yeah, he's sort of my America's Funniest Videos host.
Yes, I agree in that that's who I think about, but I definitely do remember like that was like a dinner thing because
Watching that.
was watching America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yep.
I remember that, and remember he had a beige suit that he would wear frequently.
Yeah, and now it's Alfonso Ribeiro,
Carlton,
something like that. Carlton.
I mean, okay. Side tangent though, Carlton hosts so many game shows.
Yeah, he does.
It's like
Catch
not
21.
even funny. Like so many game shows.
Yeah. Good for him.
So many game shows.
Both Full House was great. R.I.P. Bob. Yep. R.I.P. Bob. Thank God it's Friday days. Miss them.
Oh, TGIF.
TGIF.
Aw.
But there are you can still go to TGI Fridays. So, and it's like they say in Click, let's get out of here and go to the greatest cultural achievement in American history, TGI Fridays.
I'm pretty. Aren't they like slowly going out of business?
TGI Fridays?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Min Chang says it's so sad Bob is gone. It is so sad. I'm telling you, it's awful. Just finished rewatching Fuller House to honor Bob's passing. What'd you think? Like, do you think it is a good finale? Do you think it wraps everything up pretty well? I thought it did. I mean, I enjoyed a lot of it.
Okay, but since we're all talking about Full House a lot, like before we get into the other stuff, what's everybody's favorite episode?
Oh, yeah. So in the chat, and obviously if you're watching after the fact on the replay, in the comments, what's your favorite episode of Full House? If you've seen all of it, what's the one that stands out to you? We'll talk about it after this comment. I'm glad I grew up with the Tanners in my house and with Bob delivering us Funniest Home Videos. Yep.
Funniest Home Videos also, like the concept of it used to scare me when I was little because it was like, how do they get the videos? Because like YouTube wasn't a thing.
How do they get the videos?
How do they get these videos?
People sent them in.
And people sent them in.
They mailed them.
Like,
they mailed them in VHS tape.
And like, because I remember I asked my mom that. I was like, how did they get the videos? And she was like, well, they just they mailed in VHS tapes. And I was like, but then how do they get them back?
Yep.
And she's like, you don't.
Yep. Crazy.
And that was like, so like, I was like, why would anybody do that then? I want my videos.
Crazy. Okay. So favorite episode, right? I think the one that, well, first of all, what do we think is the most popular episode? I think we can all agree Walt Disney World. Right? When they go to Disney World, that's like, I think the quintessential sort of, this is Full House, them at Disney World, because it's a two-parter.
I would argue the pilot.
The pilot? What?
I don't know. I feel like
The one that they shot with another guy? So
but
that's fun because if you have the Full House DVD season 1, you can watch the original pilot episode with the other guy. I'm blanking on his name right. John Posey. You can watch it with John Posey. It literally feels like an intruder comes into the house and role plays for a half hour.
like
That's what it feels like. It feels like the house gets invaded and everyone has dementia and they don't remember that Bob is
we're
gone.
we're in an alternate timeline.
It's the weirdest thing to see John Posey come in and play because he was the original Danny Tanner, and then they fired him because they wanted Bob originally. He couldn't do it, and then he found out he could do it, and they wanted him so bad they fired the original guy.
Imagine.
Imagine being the guy John Posey who got fired.
Oh, I wouldn't act again ever. But I was saying the pilot being the most popular because I remember in like sometime like the Nick at Night commercials or something, like the scene you see the most is when they do the "Ooh, Flintstones, meet
Meet
the
the Flintstones,
Flintstones."
and they replicate it in the Fuller House.
Like that's the one that like people talk about the most.
For sure, but I can't imagine anyone says the pilot is their favorite episode. It's so
I'm
like
saying what's the most like
the
popular.
okay, maybe Poppy, but the chemistry isn't there yet. You can clearly tell they don't know each other, that they're trying to act like they're best friends. It's
You
when you get
said
later on in the
popular.
show, that's what like when you get later on in the show, you can tell they're a literal family.
You said popular.
Yes,
I answered you.
but I can't imagine more popular than Disney. Going to Disney World. I don't know.
Favorite episodes.
My favorite episodes are the ones that make me cry. I love when Full House makes me cry, and
Like
I think there's like 3 or 4 that I can think of off the top of my head. The one that is the obvious one is when Papooey passes away, and it's specifically at the end when Michelle is skipping school and she hides in the boat, and Uncle Jesse comes out. Uncle Jesse and Michelle were always my favorite duo of the whole show. And they talk about why Papooey have to pass away. Ironically, a lot of people shared memes, myself included, of that scene for Bob when he passed away because it's somewhat applicable. But then it concludes with something like Uncle Jesse, is it okay to cry or something like that? And then he says, of course it is. And then they just both cry. And you get that music, it swells. That's one thing I don't like about Fuller House. They got rid of the music.
How am I supposed to know to listen?
Any kind of like dramatic, emotional thing that happens in Fuller House, there's no music to it. It's like, where's the Fuller? You brought everyone back, but you didn't bring back the violinist. Where's the damn music? I gotta cry here, and I need music to cry.
Yeah, naturally.
So
there's that episode. You said there's like 3 or 4.
There's 3 or 4. There's that one. There's way back in the beginning when Jesse moves out, and again, Michelle, she goes,
what's the song?
She goes, what's the what?
The song that is playing, like when he's at the ski resort or whatever.
Oh, damn, I don't know.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about he literally just moves out, and then Michelle is talking about she gives him he gives her the framed picture of the rabbit
Pink bunny.
And she goes, I'm gonna miss you, Uncle Jesse. And then they hug, and then he goes out, and that music swells. That one.
I thought you were talking about when Uncle Jesse ran away.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna play that. I have that queued up. That scene from Conan, because Bob could never get past that.
Uncle Jesse ran away from home.
A grown man running away from home.
Okay. Despite like how funny that is, the song that plays when Jesse's at the ski resort and they're trying to call him up. There's a song that he say. I think it's like Michelle smiling.
Oh yeah, Michelle smiling. Yeah, that's a good one.
Isn't that like? Because then it's like a montage of clips
I think
of them
so.
too.
I think so. All right, that's a perfect segue. We're gonna go into here. This is, I think, one of the funniest things that that I've ever seen here. This is Bob on Conan O'Brien, and he talks about how he couldn't keep a straight face during that scene that you're talking about on Full House. So here we go.
For all those years, you had to deliver like these family-friendly lines. How would you do that?
It was difficult. Actually, there was one episode where I don't remember that either, but John Stamos, apparently his character, Uncle Jesse, ran away from home. And he left a note, and I was supposed to read it. And I couldn't get away. I couldn't say the line, Jesse ran away from home. I couldn't do it without
laughing.
Yeah. So I wanted to, if I could, try to do it.
I know we have this is the line that you, and this is true, you couldn't do this line without laughing. And so this is you go in to see Uncle Jesse, he's left, and that note's on the bed, and you pick it up.
Exactly. And and I didn't ever say it, so this is going to be a firstie for me.
Let's see if you can get through it.
All right. Guys, I didn't want to wake anybody up, so I left this note. I need to get away for a while. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know when I'll be back. Or even if I will be back. I don't think it's working out for me here. I'll call soon. Tell the girls I love them. Jesse. Now I need you to be Stephanie and DJ.
Right, I got it. They come running in, Stephanie. I'm hungry. Where's Uncle Jesse?
I'm hungry.
Jesse ran away from home.
He's a grown man.
No,
he's a grown man.
From home. That's the problem.
That's what it is.
Yes.
But it was made for kids, the show.
Yeah.
So can I try it one more time?
Okay.
Maybe I'll add my flavor of how my comedy is now to that.
Okay.
And just how
So let's take it from my line. You've just finished that. Finish with "Tell the girls I love them," Jesse.
All right. Tell the girls I love them. Jesse.
Okay. Stephanie runs in. I'm hungry. DJ. Where's Uncle Jesse?
That Greek mother Jesse ran away from home. Do you have a recycler?
You're a filthy, filthy man.
I feel bad that I put Greek at the front of it now.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
No, you.
Oh my God. Uncle Jesse ran away from home. Oh my God. I miss Bob. Like watching that, like, wow, Haley and Eddie are in a different room. Wow. What? We've been here for a while. And right there is where we used to be.
And
right
you just
here.
mentioned the baths.
Yeah, what the heck? Oh, never mind. They not. Okay, cool. Same room, but the corner of the wall looks like it's a split screen in a way.
Oh, it kind of does.
What are they talking about? Like right
like
here?
right here.
Yeah, like right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Forms like a wall. So it looks like I'm in one. Like if you do this, it looks like I'm in one room and you're in another room.
Yeah. You guys are on fire with the videos. Oh, thank you.
Dang.
Full House, Fuller House, and America's Funniest Home Videos, and Step by Step. I don't know what Step by Step is. I have no idea what Step by Step is. Fuller House wasn't really that good. Maybe because I can't stand Candace Cameron.
I loved her as a child, but it was
Now you kind of can't stand her either.
I can't stand.
Well, she's a crazy Christian.
Well, it's. I mean, I don't want to say that's a part of it.
What the heck is this? Yes, I love Step by Step, and they just had a marathon during New Year's weekend, so I had a blast revisiting it. What the heck is Step by Step? Let us know in the chat.
Google.
Let us know in the chat. Really, I love her. That's awesome, Eddie. I'm glad you have that signed. Yeah, me too, man. It's a prized possession. Eddie and Bob look like twins. Love Step by Step and Boy Meets World. Okay, Step by Step must be something totally different. It has nothing to do with Bob, I guess. Let's see here. I gotta grab Fuller House. Yeah, they have a complete series of Fuller House as well, but
not in a cute box set.
Not in a cute box set, no. But I grabbed them as they released throughout the years. Never seen Fuller House. It's not that great, Mizzy. It's not that great. It's definitely a step down from Full House, but it's nostalgic and I enjoy the characters still.
Yeah, it's like if you didn't grow up with Full House, I can't imagine anybody would like Fuller House.
Yeah. Mizzy, thank you for setting this up. Ed, I hope you have Half Baked. Bob has a funny cameo in it. Well, Mizzy, I must say,
triggered another.
This one,
clip.
yep, this one is for you. I'm dedicating this one to you. This one's quick. So here we go. This is from Half Baked, and I just want to make sure it's sharing. Okay, yeah, cool. Let me take Mizzy off here. So here we go. This is from Half Baked. It's literally a cameo, and this is all he says.
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen them.
I seen him.
I used to suck dick for coke.
And that's all he says.
That's all he says. And he would always comment during his stand-up. He'd be like, people love that line. Like they shout that at the like on the streets. They shout that at me. That's something hanging out of my nose.
No, it's the hair from your mustache.
I got to trim it.
You need to shave it.
But yeah. And Bob would always say the funniest part is the follow-up. I seen him.
I seen him.
I seen him. I don't own Half Baked, Mizzy, if that's what you're talking about. But I did have that queued up.
But it's like, why did he see him? Like, where was he for him to be seen?
My sister and I grew up loving Full House. I remember when Fuller House was released, we ordered a pizza, made a night. Fun memory of a great chill night. Yeah, dude.
Aww.
Great night. Love the Olsen twins. I wish Elizabeth Olsen did play Michelle. She's more talented than her sisters acting-wise. That's true. I agree. She's a great actress, even outside of Marvel. I remember Bob from America's Funniest Home Videos. Unfortunately, there will not be a Fullest House. Well, they've actually, I've heard rumors that they're contemplating doing something else.
Because it's like, what would they do?
I don't know if it's going to be a series like Full and Fuller House, but they want to do something else. And it's usually John Stamos is the one that's always spearheading this stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, get that bag, I guess.
You know.
But I mean, think about it. What would a Fullest House be?
I don't know. I have no clue. Like the funny thing about Fuller House was that was their name, wasn't it?
Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller. Like DJ Tanner Fuller.
Or DJ Fuller Tanner.
Right? Wasn't the Fuller like their last name? Wasn't it?
I know
Fuller?
she hyphenated it.
Hold on. Now I'm because
that's funny because her first name's I think is also hyphenated. Donna Joe.
Hold on. I want to see if their actual name is. Wait, hold on. DJ Tanner. But doesn't she's like Fuller at some point.
She is a Fuller.
DJ Tanner Fuller.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Right. That's right. DJ Tanner Fuller. Yep. Okay, cool. So that's the funny thing about it, right? That's Fuller House. Irony. So yeah, I don't know what they would call the next one. Love the mug, Haley.
Thank you. Got it from Disney.
Damn, I forget half the episodes of Full House. My favorite episode is when they all get chicken pox, and the one when Uncle Jesse is going to jump his motorcycle to feel young again. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's really hard for me to pick favorite episodes. I have a lot of favorite scenes though. Like, one of my favorite episodes, I just have like, it's the most comforting to me for some reason. Like, is when they do the telethon on Wake Up San Francisco, and they all have like all the acts, and I don't know. I just have like watching that specific episode super late at night when I'm not supposed to even be awake, and I don't know. I love that episode.
Steve was your favorite character. Steve was good. I really like Steve, especially since he's the voice of Aladdin. It's always cool to like tie that together, especially when they go to Disney and she sees him as Aladdin. She sees him as Aladdin. I thought that was a cool little nod to the character. But one of the other episodes that makes me cry is when Danny and Gail, right? It's Gail. Is it Gail? Is his girlfriend Gail?
The one that he was going to marry?
Yeah.
It's not Gail.
It's not Gail? Who is it? Hold on. Hold on. What the heck is her name?
It's not Gail.
Hold on. Vicky.
Vicky.
And I didn't look that up. I didn't. I was about to, and then it hit me. Vicky, when him and Vicky break up.
Oh my God, they're at the airport
when she breaks up with him. No, they're on like a game show at some they're on some like game show or something.
No, because there's another one where I want to say they're at an airport, and Jesse is kind of, foreshadowing his career by joining like a band of old guys doing
Mhm.
like slow songs, and they just so happen to be playing where Vicky and Danny are talking,
Okay.
and like they break, like she goes to Chicago. That's a sad episode. That is a sad episode. But I know what you're talking about, the game show. I'm talking about a different episode. An iconic Danny Tanner moment was a lot of times on Wake Up San Francisco, but specifically the one where rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Do wop, do 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 do. He
Yep.
goes do do do. I forget why he did that because I know Jesse was playing. The band was playing on Wake Up San Francisco. Iconic moment.
ITR. Hello, Edward.
There's another
ITR.
one.
I also like the Jesse and the Rippers music video, Forever. That's iconic. That's iconic. Does anyone remember when he came back on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon? Jesse and the Rippers reunited on there. That was kind of funny. Bob was in the audience doing this. That was a.
You don't have that clip played up?
Well, that's definitely copyright. I don't know. I don't think I'll get copyrighted for the suck dick for Coke. I might get copyrighted for the Conan O'Brien thing, but we'll see. I remember him on Raising Dad on Nickelodeon in the UK.
Raising Dad.
Raising Dad. John Posey's son went on to star in the Teen Wolf drama show on MTV. Well, that's his son. What is John Posey doing? All the 90s sitcoms on ABC went to Disney World in the 90s. Full House, Roseanne, I think Step by Step did as well.
Well, you know what I said is funny? I literally said it right before the stream, was that I'm surprised that Full House never did a movie a la Brady Bunch.
Mm-hmm. Like a full-length movie.
Yeah, they had 2-parters and specials or whatever, but they never had a movie.
A movie. Well, maybe that's what they could do.
Movie.
Do a movie. Obviously, Bob wouldn't be in it. But
Yeah, so then what's the point of doing a movie?
yeah, they did a lot of free publicity yet for Disney. Yeah, it was. I mean, you like imagine being totally invested in Full House, and then you watch the episode where they go to Disney World. Obviously, you're going to turn to your parents and go, "We want to go to Disney World now." So that was brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of those kids.
Yeah, DJ was super annoying in both the shows. I don't think she was super annoying.
Not super annoying.
I found Stephanie to be more annoying.
I find Stephanie more annoying when she's older.
Okay, yeah.
Like when she was with Gia.
Yeah.
And they were like smoking in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, well, the grandfather passes away, and that's right. Who has the he has the memory issues. He doesn't remember where he is. You remember that one? Where she looks over after the old man and
yes,
he doesn't remember anything.
Yes,
that's a sad episode.
Yes.
You got it, dude. You know what's more annoying than DJ Candace? Here we go.
I wonder what.
Here we go, Min Chang. I had a feeling.
Oh, I knew.
I have a feeling. I'm not the biggest fan of Candace Cameron nowadays. Well, now all she does is Hallmark movies.
Well, no, not anymore. She has her own
her own thing.
Christian TV station.
She said, "Screw Hallmark."
She literally did. She stopped working with Hallmark to work on a new Christian TV station.
Bible thumpers. Oh, dang. I didn't know Bob was on an episode of Hot Ones. He was. Yep. On one of the earlier ones, too. Back when the show wasn't super duper big. Great Conan clip. That's one of my all-time favorite Bob clips. Him doing the reenactment, trying to
I really liked when you showed me they were I think they were on Jimmy Fallon or something.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
And they were reenacting.
Yeah. Well, they did that twice.
Yeah. I liked one more than the other. I forget which one.
Do you like the one where Jimmy is Donald Trump or the other one?
I think it's the other one.
The other one. Okay. Step by Step was a sitcom with Suzanne Summers. Okay. All right. I remember that cameo from that movie. Oh yeah, suck dick for Coke. I said. Candace Cameron is stuck up. Yeah. I have this memory of DJ going on a diet where she stops eating and collapses or something.
Yeah, when she had an eating disorder, and I shouldn't be laughing at that, but she was eating ice and then they were working out.
Yep.
Mushrooms. A show.
Exactly. Those fucking Olsen twins, they made so many home movies, like things that came out on home video. They had like The Adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley.
Dude, you don't like that's the tip of the iceberg. Do you know everything that the Olsen twins have done?
Not everything, but I know they have a
Like,
crap ton of movies. The one that I know,
books,
yeah, the books,
video
the
games,
fashion line, action figures, Barbie dolls,
music videos.
videos.
They had, I'm pretty sure they were there was like a cruise. I don't think I'm making this up. There was like a cruise or something where you could win and meet the Olsen twins.
Probably.
Like
the movie I remember with them is It Takes Two, with Kirstie Alley. And then I remember I think it's To Grandmother's House We Go is one with them in it. And then I remember an episode of the Adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley, I think is what it's called, where they're on a cruise ship and they're looking like they're trying to do some Scooby-Doo stuff, try to like detect something, like find the mystery or something like that.
they had books. I read them.
Insane. They were, yeah.
Did you know there was also a line of Full House books presented from the viewpoint of Michelle and Stephanie in their respective series? There was like 40 of them. Like half of them were about like from the point of view of Michelle, and it was all like in the universe of Full House, but like almost like their own episodes. Fun fact. Look it up.
It Takes Two was my favorite. Yep, It Takes Two. There you go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see here. Hey, Eddie's Films and Stuff. What's
Hey.
going on, y'all? Man, Bob Saget, awesome. He is definitely missed. I love Full House episode. Loved the Full House episode where Danny and Joey dress up as women.
Why were they doing that? It was to get into like an all women's club. Why did they do that?
Why'd they do that again? I don't remember every detail of every episode.
No, why did they do?
There's over 180 episodes.
I distinctly remember Danny's blue dress.
Move that. Sorry, I'm trying to
My knee.
go here so I can.
I'm small.
Go ahead, talk. I want to make sure your levels are
Check, test,
Okay.
1, 2, microphone.
Let's see here. Okay, cool. So we're all caught up with the chat. All right, cool. Just want to show off a couple other things here that I have tonight after the stream. This is the movie we will be watching in honor of Bob. It is called The Aristocrats. And Bob is in this movie. You can see there's his name right there. And I believe that's him right there. This is a 100 Comedians, One Very Dirty Joke. This is from Penn, of Penn and Teller fame. And it's 100 comedians telling the same joke over and over and over again, but hopefully it's entertaining. So that's the movie tonight, The Aristocrats.
I just want to know what the joke is.
And then I do have all three of Bob's stand-up specials, and then I have his Comedy Central roast. So this is my favorite of his stand-up specials. This is called Bob Saget, That Ain't Right. Probably the reason I like this is the most Full House references. Obviously, as his stand-up progressed, he talked less and less about Full House. But this one right here, That Ain't Right.
Did we watch that? Did you show that to me?
I feel like I would have showed this to you. Yeah. Good Guy Gone Wrong. It's him at his most raunchy, for sure.
Raunchy.
Also, I farted. Can you smell it?
No, I don't.
That Ain't Right reminded me. Because I wanted you to smell it and go, that ain't right, man. that ain't right, man.
I do say that.
That ain't right.
I mean, do you smell my feet?
Next up.
That was a question.
No, I don't. The roast of Bob Saget. This is a phenomenal. I love most of the Comedy Central roasts. This one is my favorite for obvious reasons. John Stamos is the roast master during this.
As he should be.
This was, I think this was the first thing I saw of Bob Saget outside of Full House, and I was blown away. And also John Stamos. They both curse. Well, John Stamos curses like a sailor in this one, and I was like, because I literally think there's a moment in here where he's like, to all of you Full House viewers who tuned in to see Uncle Jesse and Danny Tanner solve some issues or something, go fuck yourself or something like that. I was like, so this is a phenomenal special, the Comedy Central roast. This is probably my least favorite of his stand-up specials, but ironically, this is the one that got Grammy nominated. This is That's What I'm Talking About.
That's what I'm talking
This does have what does it have on here? The songs. Butt Plug Made of Leather.
about.
The Biggest Wiener.
Mm-hmm.
About Music and Lyrics by Bob Saget. The Girl from the Driftwood Nursing Home. That's a good one. He would do that a lot on. But obviously, his most popular one, I think, is My Dog Licked My Balls. And then he gets a cat, and my pussy licked my balls. And then, of course, his last one, 0 to 60, Bob Saget. This is my second favorite of his stand-up specials.
And I believe we were on his Don't Do Negative, like I Don't Do Negative.
Yes.
tour.
So he was on his last tour was called I Don't Do Negative. And I think that's what the special was going to be called. I Don't Do Negative. Because he was planning on at some point last year, having what am I trying to say here? He was planning to film his 4th stand-up special last year. And obviously that didn't happen. And then I have his book here, Dirty Daddy,
Which you definitely started reading.
which I started reading, and it's definitely written by him. That's for sure. Let's see here. What's the first line from the first page here? Well, that's the introduction. Let's go to chapter 1 here, because it is 100% Bob writing this. That's for sure. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1, A Life of Free Association. Before I dive in, I should give you a heads up that my book, like my life, does not always proceed in a linear fashion. When I write, I enjoy free associating, just hitting on any subject that somehow pops into my mind. Underpants. I don't give a thought to how the synapses fire. Deviated septum. I enjoy it, like riffing in my stand-up. Detached retina. It's a skill of mine that is fun to employ, like performing improvisational jazz. Come to think of it, there are probably a lot of jazz musicians with detached retinas. For them, I will record this book on tape with pure conviction. So yeah, my writing and thinking are not very linear. Neither is my life in general. So it's definitely a book Bob wrote. It's his autobiography.
ADHD, the book.
And he is all over the place in this book. So
But he didn't finish reading it because he doesn't read.
yeah, I don't like to read. I can't focus.
I remember you were reading it when we were driving up here to Savannah. And I was like, wow, reading for the first time in the car? Bold.
Yeah.
Bold.
Let's see here. Remember that episode when Michelle fell off the horse and got amnesia? Because I don't.
Wish I did.
Joke aside, that was a great episode as well. Yeah, that was the finale, dude. That was the finale of Full House. I liked when Stephanie dated that kid and he wanted her to cheat during the baseball game. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like the when they go on that couples show with Joey as the host. What's his name there?
Joe Stone.
Joe Stone, and he has like the fake teeth or something.
Joe Stone. God, I want to go on like I want to do that sort of a show with you so bad.
And Danny gets stuck with some like random bitch that knows everything about him. And DJ and Steve don't know anything about each other. And Jesse and Becky knows everything. And
Jesse knows nothing.
And Jesse knows nothing. And Becky knows when Jesse's gonna he's like, I bet you're not gonna say this, yada yada yada. And then her answer is, but I bet he thinks I'm not gonna say that.
Like almost like get out of my head, get out of my. Yeah. And I feel like that's how we would be.
And then he gets all pissed. He's like, see, like there's no surprise anymore. Like we know everything about each other. And then of course Becky 180s him and says, well, that's the whole point. Like I know everything there is to know about you, and that's wonderful. And then of course the music comes in. I don't think Candace and Jody are friends anymore because of Candace's beliefs. I don't know.
I mean, they are definitely both totally different.
Totally
people.
Opposite. Yeah.
Like,
yes. Jody Sweeten, Stephanie, was a crack addict at one point in her life.
Not even like a joke.
Yeah. She was a hardcore druggie. And Candace Cameron, DJ, was Crazy Christian.
Yeah,
So.
squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean. But
Like
they
her brother.
but they put that into Fuller House. So DJ and Stephanie were literally like that. Like Stephanie was like this club party going person and all that stuff. I remember renting Aristocrats. Is it good? Should we be looking forward to this? Let us know. Love those like the Comedy Central roast, but I love them. Yep. You guys ever seen Adam Devine's stand up where he talks about getting the role in Pitch Perfect by singing the Full House theme song? Nope. I don't even know who Adam Devine is. I know Adam Levine. Yeah. I don't know Adam Devine. No, but I loved the show Workaholics when it was on. Eddie doesn't know how to read. No, I know how to read. I just don't like to. It was a funny show, Cody. I got the box set. Tight butthole. Oh my God.
Get me out of
Tight
here.
Butthole. So that's all my physical media when it comes to Bob. I don't have because I know he's the narrator on How I Met Your Mother. I don't have that show. I did start it.
Did.
I did, and then I gave it to Letty because I know she's a bigger fan than I am.
I enjoy that show.
How I Met Your Mother. He's known for that. He's also known for. Does anyone remember the great game show? They've had updated versions of it, but he was the original host of 1 versus 100. It's a phenomenal game show. It's called 1 versus 100, and he's the host. And it's like a different side of Bob. Like he's not super duper sarcastic. He's almost serious in a way. It's very bizarre. What's up, movie collector? America's Funniest Home Videos was ahead of its time, way before ridiculousness. Bob Saget was great, man.
Before YouTube, it was reactors before reactors.
Yeah, but not that long ago, he came back for a show it was like a spinoff of America's Funniest Home Videos. It was a Videos After Dark, and it was going to be like more. It was going to be more
porn.
No, it was going to be more aimed at the adult kind of audience. So not like porn or anything, but like dirtier stuff, like more nut shots or something like that. It was called
AFV already has all that.
Times 10, something like that. It was, and they only did one episode. That's it. It was called Videos After Dark.
Is it like available to watch legally?
I don't know.
Legally.
You remember 1 versus 100? Fuck yeah, dude. That was a great game show. They've had I know the one of the judges from Dancing with the Stars, she did a version of it.
Another show that I also think of Tom Bergeron.
Yep. Absolutely. What else has Bob done? He did what the heck is that? Entourage. He did that show Entourage.
Farce of the Penguins.
Farce of the Penguins. He obviously directed Dirty Work with the great late Norm Macdonald. Yeah, there it is right there. I enjoyed Bob's film Dirty Work. I haven't seen Dirty Work.
I have not seen Dirty Work, but it doesn't help that like every time like anybody like you said Dirty Work, I keep thinking of the Steely Dan song. So that's all that's been going on in my head throughout this entire stream.
Cody forgets that Bob was the narrator in How I Met Your Mother. Yep.
Yes, like I also do, like even if I'm watching it and then it's like, oh yeah, that is his voice.
Bob. Dirty Work was great. Yeah, we definitely have to check it out. And yeah, I mean, like he was just always there. You know what I mean? He was just always there no matter what he did. The Masked Singer. Yeah, he was on The Masked Singer. He did an episode of that. Well, yeah, he sang.
But I'm saying
he sang.
I know, but I'm saying like
but isn't The Masked Singer like a disguised voice?
Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to because
and
I'm trying to picture
you're gonna love what he's credited as on it.
I know he's saying, but that's not what I mean. I mean the way of The Masked Singer is different.
The way of The Masked Singer.
The way of The Masked
Singer.
Put Rob Schneider on there. I don't think anybody would guess him.
Look at this. He's credited as Squiggly Monster.
He's credited as
Squiggly Monster. What else is he on here? Let's see.
Squiggly Monster.
Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special. He was on. He was on Robot Chicken. Surviving Suburbia, I know was a show that he did.
Strange Days with Bob Saget.
Strange Days with Bob Saget. That was an A&E show.
What?
Oh, he did an episode of Joey. Oh, that's cool.
Oh my God, no way. Wait. How I Met Your Mother is set, like, is being told in 2030. That's like not that far away.
Yeah. And then of course he hosted SNL for one. He only ever hosted once SNL. And there it is. To Grandmother's House We Go.
Ah.
So he's in To Grandmother's House We Go with Mary Kate and Ashley.
From the year you were born.
From the year I was born. And it's a Christmas movie. Oh, why didn't we watch it?
God.
Okay, we got to watch it this year.
Oh my God.
To Grandmother's House We Go. It's
Kill
a fun
me.
one. It's a fun movie. So yeah, Bob was always there. You know, he just was always there. Dirty Work was actually the last thing Chris Farley filmed before his death.
Oh, that's so sad.
Have you seen Fuller House? I'll stick to the original. Yes, we talked about this earlier in the stream, but Movie Collector, I have every season of Fuller House. So I am a big Full House. Full House is my all-time favorite show. And I have Fuller House as well. But here is for Movie Collector. Here's my Full House box set signed by Bob Saget. Right there. I obtained that in person. I will show you the photo really quickly.
Can we watch Farce of the
Boom.
Penguins tonight?
There it is right there. Farce of the Penguins. What? That's a horrible movie. No offense, Bob.
I really like, it's like calling to me.
It's just stupid voiceovers of penguins being dirty.
I know.
All it is.
That's the point. That's why it's calling me.
God, a Jeff Franklin production. Yeah, Jeff Franklin, man. When he got fired from Fuller House for like sexual allegations, I was like, oh, everyone's getting it. And look, I always said this for years. Bob was adamant about like how dirty he was, you know, like he always had these jokes where like one of his famous ones was he would always have these girls come up to him and they'd always say, Bob, I grew up watching Full House. And then he would respond with, cool, now you're going to go down watching me. I grew up watching you, Bob. Now you're going to go down watching me. And I was always surprised. I'm happy nothing did. But I was always surprised, like nothing came out about him.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, I remember like
it just seemed ripe for something like that to happen.
It's ironic, you know? Like even my mom or like my Nana would say, like, they always just figured he did something.
You just figured because he was so open about it. But obviously, as far as we know, and I don't actually think because, you know, obviously we don't know him, but from people that did know him better than we did, they always spoke insanely highly of him.
Like,
I don't think he ever did anything.
No.
But he would always joke about stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they would, when, you know, I was getting into the age of where I was getting to see stuff other than Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos.
AFHV.
Right. The virus.
Yeah.
Like about him, they would say like, yeah, he was just like a dirty man, like a bad man. I'm like, for what? And they would just say like, I don't know, but you know, like I can't pinpoint you anything he's done, but I just have an inkling.
You have an inkling, yeah. Kevin, hi, with Nadia out for dinner.
And you're on your phone.
You lucky bastard. Yeah, but all I have to say is tell Nadia to comment in the live chat. Just tell her to comment in the live chat for a second. But hello.
Yeah, like the dirtiest mouth person.
Yeah, it's just
nothing.
But I mean, I'm happy. Obviously, nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing came out.
But it's like the people, you know, Jeff Franklin. It's like, oh,
I don't remember that with Jeff Franklin. Yeah, there were allegations of sexual misconduct or something like that. So he got fired from Fuller House.
Why can't people just be normal?
Kevin, Home Alone, mom's voice. Kevin and Nadia, hope you guys are getting something good for dinner. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get something good for us. So I wanted to wrap this up by just showing some tributes that were posted today from the main people involved with Bob.
Oh, I haven't even seen these.
And well, hold on. Before we wrap that up, there's one other thing that I wanted to share. This is just ironic because of who he has on. But Bob had a great podcast before he passed away. It was one of my favorite things to listen to. It's called Bob Saget's Here For You. I recommend checking it out. It's on YouTube. There's like a lot of episodes. It's filmed. So
I mean,
you
it
can
used to
watch it.
be feel good. Now it just makes me upset.
Yeah, well, especially this episode. This episode, he's interviewing Gilbert Gottfried. And we saw Gilbert Gottfried, and Gilbert passed away last year as well. And this is his episode on Bob's podcast. Gilbert Gottfried's Here For You. Just want to play the opening here.
So, Gilbert.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back. I've only had one other person do a second appearance. That was Joel McHale.
Oh, I remember him.
He's very popular. He's doing a movie. You remember a lot of things.
Yes. Now, what movie was he in?
He's been.
I remember his TV show.
Yeah, Community, and he was also on The Soup. And he's been doing a bunch of movies. I don't know the name of the one he's shooting right now, but he's doing movie after movie. And you have a lot in common with him. He does a lot of upper body work.
Yeah.
So it's a great episode. It's unfortunate both of them are gone.
Yeah.
But we were fortunate enough to see both of them do arguably their last stand-ups ever.
We saw Gilbert on his birthday.
We saw Gilbert last year on his birthday in February. I think it was, right? February? Was it February?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was in February. Whenever his birthday is, that's when we saw Gilbert. So it's a great podcast. Go check it out. A lot of episodes. A lot of people from Full House are on that. But speaking of people from Full House, this is what Candace posted today on her Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that. Photos, obviously, and there's the caption right there. It's a little small for me. Hold on. I can make it bigger. There we go. I stayed up for hours watching videos of Bob on my phone, videos I couldn't watch a year ago because it hurt too much. Last night, they made me laugh. They comforted me and warmed my heart. I watched them over and over and laughed so hard. I miss him so much, and I'm grateful he was my friend for so many years. I love you, Bob. Now go hug a friend like Bob would. So that's something that you hear a lot about, that Bob was like, he loved the hug.
And that's ironic because that's like the one thing he had in common with his Danny Tanner.
Yep. Jodie Sweetin posted a freaking novel. So we're not going to share all of it, but really quickly at the top there. Hi, Bob. It's Jodie. The way you would start and every text, voicemail, or call. By the way, it's Bob, as if there was any doubt. I just wanted you to know I've thought of you every day for the past year. It's just not the same without you, and I don't think it ever will feel like that again. I wish you had been here over the last year. Oh, there's so many moments you were supposed to be here for. So obviously it goes on. You can read it on her thing. Sad. As of right now, as of like a couple hours ago when I took these screenshots, John Stamos hadn't posted anything, which is, I find kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because, John was someone who was very vocal about the passing of Bob. But Dave Coulier posted this. Bob could always bring out the fifth grader in me. I met him while I was an unknown 18-year-old stand-up at a small club in Detroit. We became instant brothers. Sometimes I still grab my phone ready to share one of the hundreds of silly bits that we did together. At some point today, I'll think about how much I miss him, and I'll shed some tears. Then I'll hear Bob's voice, and it'll make me laugh. Enjoy the gifts of life while they're still here with you. Tell those you love that you love them, and hug them like Bob Saget. # hug like Bob Saget. And then we have, speaking of, we have Jeff Franklin right here. Missing Bob so much today. So much love in this bed. And there's John Stamos and Dave Coulier as well. Now, I definitely uploaded to StreamYard. I uploaded the thing that his wife shared. So I'm going to have to upload it all one more time here, because I don't know which one's which. But obviously his wife, I wanted to end with his wife, Kelly. She was, it was just, that's like the real person you think of, right? When you hear this, you think of, there she is right there. And she wrote, 1 year, our hearts are so heavy. How could I have not talked to or seen my loving husband in a whole year? The surrealness never subsides. I've accepted the reality long ago, but it still seems unreal when I see photos or videos of him so full of life. But there's one thing I carry with me every single day that makes this survivable. I am the luckiest. I'm the luckiest that I got to be his wife. I'm the luckiest that I got to live with his warmth and laughter and brilliance and love. The luckiest that I get to have his girls by my side. I am the luckiest that I got to watch him firsthand help people, make them happy, make the world a better place. Some people can live 1,000 lifetimes and never live a life as fully as he did. And to that, I have to say, well done. You really won life, honey. And that is why I will be forever grateful for him and all the endless love he gave me until my last day. P.S. This is one of Bob's favorite songs. I guess there's a song playing over there. So yeah, it's it's sad stuff, but it's good to cry. It's good to get everything out. And yeah, we're obviously thinking of everybody. I strongly recommend, if you haven't already, go check out. So I'm going to pull it up here before we head off here. This is something we watched last year because it came out last year. It's on Netflix, and it is a beautiful tribute to Bob. It is called, pull it up here. Right here. Make it bigger. There we go. It is called Dirty Daddy, the Bob Saget Tribute.
Yeah,
and it's a phenomenal tribute. You have Chris Rock before he got slapped. Right? It was before he got slapped, right?
Yeah.
They filmed it. You have John Mayer, who was a really good friend. You have Jim Carrey right there at the top. John Stamos is, again, sort of like the host of the whole thing. And it is it's a phenomenal special. It's on Netflix. Go check it out. It will make you cry. I know I cried, ironically, because I kind of talked a little ill of him at the beginning, but no hard feelings toward him as a person. When Dave Coulier gives his speech, it made me cry. And because I've never really seen Dave Coulier kind of talk like a real human. And it always feels like he's a little bit like in character a lot.
Cut it out.
Yeah. So I feel like that was the most real I've ever seen Dave Coulier. So yeah, it's sad stuff. Okay. Will do. Nadia, comment on this chat. Nadia, congratulations. You are our third and final new moderator here on Fans of Something.
I like your new profile picture.
Yeah, it's a great new photo. Almost doesn't even look like you. Like, it almost looks like a CGI version of you, like a motion capture version of you. But what's up? Appreciate the wrench. I feel like a patrol master. You shall not pass. I love it. Bob's death is one of the few celebs that affected me. He was a chill dude, forever remembered in his iconic shows. Very cool. Very cool. Yep. Those posts are sad but nice. He's definitely missed. Yeah, I just wanted to read a couple of them, because I feel like it's the appropriate time to do it. Got to check out that tribute. Yes, you have to. It's really good. So any last thing you'd like to say, or otherwise we'll wrap up the stream?
You missed one of Cody's chats.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Boom. I met Jamie Kennedy a couple years ago and had him sign his rap CD. He told me that one of his greatest memories was working with Bob on the CD. That was before Bob passed away. Very, very cool. Yeah. I mean, look, we got to see him one time together, but I got to see him 3 times, and he was insanely funny. One thing I loved about Bob was he would always, I've seen a lot of stand-up comedians, and you can kind of tell that they're following a script, or they have it planned out. And not to say Bob didn't, but Bob was the most improvisational comedian I've ever seen live, where he would interact so much with the audience. So, every single show, your show was unique. Mm-hmm. Your show, not that long ago, we saw Sandler.
Right.
And again, he does a little bit of the audience interaction, but he's playing to an arena, right? So he does that flashlight thing. But that Sandler is following a beat.
Right.
right? You know, he's doing this, and then he's going to sing this, and then he's going to talk about this. And he's probably talked about that at every venue before. Not saying he's not great. He is. Bob, off the cuff. Someone would cough over in the corner. He'd riff. You know what I mean? Someone would shout, "Love you, Bob." He would riff on that. So that, to me, made it more special, and why I felt obligated to see him 3 times total.
Right.
You know, I don't feel obligated to see Adam Sandler again, at least for years. You know what I mean?
Well, I was gonna say, because the one time we did see him together, and we were just talking about on our last live stream, just like the importance of capturing memories. Like, we really realized that like once the channel was born, and that we do have that video of when we went to go see Bob on our channel. And, we didn't know at the time that what was gonna happen, but we captured even just a little bit of him in that video.
Yeah. So at the beginning of our channel, go all the way back to the beginning of the channel in the videos section. You'll see it. It says we're fans of Bob Saget. I took my camera there, and towards the end I filmed, right? So it's the back of the person's chair in front of us for the majority of it, because they were very strict about not filming, but I wanted to get something. So I have him singing a final song, I think. And then when he's saying goodbye, I pull the camera up and everything. So it gives you a flavor for what he was like. But just watch any of his stand-up specials. They're on DVD. They're on streaming.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I just have like such an appreciation for like our channel and like capturing memories that we'll have like forever, and that's one of
Yeah,
them. And I know that's one that, like, even though we have it like in our brains, to be able to go back and watch that video.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we've logged the whole day and everything. Okay, so see, it's an AI generated photo. Yeah, it has that kind of Ghost in the Shell kind of look to it. It's cool though. It's cool. Yeah, it's very neat. So yeah, there we go. We were able to welcome all of our moderators the past 2 streams. So we welcomed at the beginning there Gavin on the last stream, and today we welcomed Cody and Nadia. So there are our moderators for 2023. What's going on, Judd?
23. That means 3.
Yeah, 3. It just made sense. What's going on, Judd? Welcome. You caught us at the tail end here. We're wrapping up the stream, but we appreciate you stopping by as always. Yeah, Bob's going to be missed and will forever be missed. And I don't know what else to say other than go watch Full House, go watch the tribute special, go watch anything the guy did, because he was a cool man. Thanks for recommending that tribute. Might check it out tonight. It's a phenomenal tribute, man. Seriously, message me after and tell me what you thought about it, because it's so relaxed, and Jim Carrey's there.
Yeah, right.
Jim Carrey's there. It's so weird to think that they were like buddies.
And they're so like on different plane. Like,
Yeah.
they're both comedians, but like their names just hold a different kind of merit.
Yeah. It's like, wow, Bob Saget was associated with Jim Carrey. That's pretty cool. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Thank you, fans of Saget. Good night, Bob. Good night, Bob. Yep.
Go hug somebody like Bob.
Yeah. That's how we're going to end this one. We're not going to end it the way we normally end it, because we didn't start the way we normally start. What we're going to do is we're going to read a last couple comments. Nice tribute, Ed and Haley. Thanks. Thank you, Mizzy, for stopping by, hanging out with us, honoring Mr. Bob Saget. Bye later. Good night, everyone.
Don't do negative.
Yeah. Be like Bob. Don't do negative. That was his motto. And yeah, having said all of that, we will see you here. Hold on. First, let me just do some promoting here. We'll see you for our next live stream this Friday. Is going to be episode 14 of Fans of Something Live with Vinicio, the horror cholo, right there. And following up him is going to be the 15th episode with Eddie's Films and Stuff, followed up by Zach Milne, I think is how we say his last name, for episode 16. Then we have our top 10 Adam Sandler live stream with a great panel of guests coming up on the 20th. And then on, I think the 22nd is going to be double feature podcast, Mika and the Twin. who I forget her name. I feel really bad. I forget Mika's twin's name.
Oh, no.
It's just because we don't see a whole lot of her twin.
Oh no, I'm gonna remember it after the stream.
It's
And
okay.
I'm gonna feel so bad.
It's all right. We'll have to ask her during it. But that's everything that's coming up in terms of live streams, and then we have videos and everything. Like we just assembled movie shelves, so we documented that. So we'll make a video on that. A lot of cool stuff. Let's see if anyone in the chat maybe knows it really quickly. Kira, I believe. Kira, I believe.
I knew that.
Hey, Leticia.
Wow.
Great live. Well, you know what? I'm not
Wow.
surprised you tuned in for Bob. I'm not surprised you tuned in for Bob. Happy you tuned in for Bob. Very, very cool. And then Tandau gave us a little heart.
Okay.
Little heart.
Do a little heart.
Little heart.
No, like this.
Oh, like what?
Like this.
Like that?
No. Other way.
That? I can't do it. Oh, geez. Oh, there you go. Little heart. There we go. So that's everything coming up. Look forward to it. It's on our homepage, everything with the dates and the times and everything. And we'll see you very, very soon. But until we do, there's one thing you have to do, and that is hug like Bob.